Cool.
We live?
Yeah, we live. Alright.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What, you getting the charger ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for coming on here, man. It's episode 2, public appearance. I know we're just getting started into the first season, but we've got a couple guests so far, and obviously you're the second. You're from a similar area, so I'm excited to have you on to chop it up a little bit and talk about the project.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here, bro. I appreciate you for reaching out, man.
Of course, yo.
Yeah, this shit is cool.
Yeah, of course. So, I guess we can, we'll start a little bit before we get into like a couple questions that I have. If you just want to give like a little intro, tell a little bit about yourself, name, where you're from, and yeah.
Okay, bet. I go by the name Neaux ID, man. I'm from Louisiana. Not really a specific area. Just all over that bitch, man. I stayed in North Louisiana, visited South Louisiana plenty times, and stayed in Central Louisiana too, Sinla. So I'm just a rapper from Louisiana, man. Born in Connecticut, based in Dallas, Texas. Father, a husband, man. Somebody that love plants, love digesting plants, smoking and shit. My music goes great with the best of weed. And shit, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a simple guy, bro.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for coming on here. Well-rounded, you're cross-country, traveler, father, musician, everything, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of that. All of the above, man. I'm everything. Yeah. That's why my name Neaux ID, because I don't have no certain, you feel me?
Okay, yeah, I guess I never really, we can just go into that right now if you want. So tell us about the name a little bit. How'd you get the name?
Yeah, man, so originally, my name was Gino in college. And that was the name that my roommate, like, not really gave me, but I kind of, like, just introduced the nickname to him, and he, like, ran with it and started calling me Gino. So it grew on to me, and over the years, well, I ended up moving out here to Dallas, Texas, and I wanted people to still know that I was from Louisiana, because a lot of people started believing that I was from Dallas. Like, people started calling me a Dallas artist and stuff like that. So that's why my name, at first it was spelled Gino, and now it's spelled Gineaux.
Okay.
The EAUX is like some Creole shit. So like in Louisiana, if you go like down south, if you see like sports flags and shit, like they got the Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns or whatever, that's like UL College, it'll be like Go Raging Cajuns, but it'll be spelled Geaux, but it's pronounced Go.
Right.
Or like a Saints flag, and somebody called like a Saints flag or something like that, it'll say Go Saints, but it's Geaux, Saints. So the EAUX makes the O. And so I put it at the end of my name so people would still know I was from Louisiana. But then I ended up changing my artist name. Like, that's still, my homies call me Gino and shit. But my artist name, Neaux ID, came just because I felt like it was so many things that I want to be in life. And it's not really, I didn't really want people to just box me in as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even out here trying to be like the coldest rapper with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know how to rap. I know how to make good rap songs, but I do a lot. So that's where the name Neaux ID came in, because it's like, not necessarily don't know who I am. It's just, you know, when people ask me, what do I do, or, you know, who I am, I just like to say limitless. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I want to know how to do, whatever you need me to know how to do, I know how to do. Okay. But I don't know it or not. I possess the power to learn it. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah, of course, bro. I think that's super cold too. Like, and I know you incorporate, you know, the Neaux ID into like your lyrics, and to basically like allude to other things like in the music. And I think it like takes it to another level, basically, of like, I don't know. There's just layers to it, right? And
Word.
Yeah, I can definitely see why the name Neaux ID is very fitting after knowing you for a few weeks now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Of course, bro. But okay, I guess
even in one of my songs, not to cut you off, that song I got caught, I was like, so under the radar, I don't even need an ID.
Yeah.
That shit was fire to me. Like, that shit was clean as fuck. It's like, bro, so under the radar, because I really do be low key. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people know of me or who are familiar with me, I really be low key as hell. Like I don't be going out and shit like that. So I was just like, I don't know. That was like one of my favorite bars from the project. So under the radar, I don't even need an ID.
Yeah.
That shit was just fire.
I think you spit. What was the other one too? It literally goes into exactly what you just said about not boxing yourself in as an artist. You said, I forget what track it is, but you said, name what you did besides rap, because I got a whole list to lay besides that. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, forgot about it.
Yeah, and bro, yeah, I'm excited. All right, so let's get into it a little bit. So before we get into the name of the project, which I won't disclose yet. Okay. When did you start making music, and then when did you kind of turn the notch, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna take this a little more serious now?
But bro, to be all the way honest, I remember writing my first rap in 6th grade. We was like on a field trip, or not on a field trip, but it was like this little what is it, like a snow cone stand or something like that up the street from my elementary school. And so we used to go up there like on like every Friday, Thursdays and Fridays and shit. We'll walk up there and go get us a snow cone. And bro, I remember writing this rap and rapping it to like everybody in class, walking to the snow cone stand, and everybody was fucking with that hoe. So like from that point on, I was just writing poetry and shit. You know what I'm saying? I always was like a writer. In college, I was a journalist. So I always had a way with words, but I remember it was like maybe 2013 probably. Yeah, like 2013. When I got to college, I met my homies. Well, a set of homies we used to call ourselves the Young Stoners, and I would always, and they was already rapping. Like they had been rapping since like freshman year type shit in high school. Like they was rapping for like 10 plus years. And so, but I would always freestyle with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd go over there, we'd kick it, roll up, and they'd just put on beats, bro. We would freestyle for hours on end. Like, I'm talking about, like, no lie, bro. We would freestyle from, like, 6 to probably about midnight, bro. Like, straight freestyling, just in that whole rolling up. I'm talking about we'll run through whole album instrumentals, like, all type of 90s Aaliyah beats and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so one day they were just like, man, you should hop in the booth. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, you know, like, I didn't like the way my voice sounded. But 2015 came around, and I finally hopped in the booth, bro, and I did my first rap to the Christ Conscious beat by Joey Badass. You ever heard that song?
Have I ever heard that song?
Yeah. Bro, hey, I gotta send you that link, man.
Yeah, what? I need that. Have I ever heard that song? Mother suckers. What? Yeah.
Bro, I gotta send you the link to that shit. It's still on SoundCloud to this day, and it got like hella plays, bro. But so after I heard that, I was like, yeah, you know, like I could do a little something, but I was rapping like super hard. And I still wasn't taking it serious at that time, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, I like listening to myself rap now.
Right.
I did a couple more freestyles, you know what I'm saying? They put me on a couple of their songs and shit, but to answer your question, it really wasn't until 2018 till I like said, yo, I'm gonna like take myself serious and like put out a real project, and I put out my first project called November EP.
Right, okay, yeah. So that was go ahead.
That was in 2018. It's still on streaming services and shit too.
Oh yeah,
that was
bro.
my first ever project.
Okay, yeah, shit. So you, I guess, transitioned from that project, and then you worked your all the way up through a few singles, I guess, until what, the end of last year when we put out While You Wait?
So, 2018, I put out November EP. 2019, all I did was release music videos, bro. Like that's it, the whole year. So like if you go on my I'm telling people on my Instagram to come on here and check us out.
Go ahead, yeah.
If you go on my YouTube, you can still look at my.
We could just do that now. Here, I'll just pull up the page, right? So.
Yeah, do that. But if you go on my YouTube now, you will still see like a slew of videos that I was posting in 2019. So all 2019, I was releasing music videos for that project. And then once 2020 came around, I was still making music in 2019, but it was like I was still trying to find like my sound with that shit. So 2020 came around, and I ended up getting some bread, and I was like, fuck it. The thing that was holding me back was always having to pull up at the studio.
Right.
I would like write songs, and then I'd be like, fuck, I can't record it till next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Or like when I get some bread. So I was like, whenever I get my own studio, then that's when I know I'll be able to like tap into another level. And so the result of me getting my own studio was Why You Wait.
Oh, okay.
That was, well, except for Sunrise in the South, I recorded that at somebody else's studio. Stuck, like the songs I released in between there, like Stuck. What other song did I drop? Smooth.
Hit 'em up.
Yeah, Hit 'em up. Those were all like just loose shit that I recorded like at somebody else's studio, because I was like, I ain't gonna really be able to lock in until I get my own shit. Right. So I got my own shit, and 2020, bro, I was working on While You Wait. Well, I was really working on this in 2020.
Right, I guess you put out While You Wait while everyone waited for this tomorrow, right?
Hey, bro. Like now that you know what I'm saying, you one of the few, very, very few people who done heard the project. While You Wait was throwaways.
That's wild, because they're not throwaway tracks, bro.
Bro, it's crazy. Like it's crazy that people are attracted to that shit so much, because I was like, damn, like these is real life throwaways. Like these are songs that like and what's crazy, bro. Let me tell you this: with same old, right? My cameraman nephew, he told me not to even drop that song. Like he was like, yeah, bro, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And that was like early 2020, bro. He was like, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I guess it ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up playing it for my wife, bro. Actually, I didn't play it for her. We were sitting in the living room, and I was just playing it. It was unmixed, unmastered, all that shit. It was just like raw. And I was listening to it in Logic, because I had forgot about it. I was like, what is this? Because at first it was called something else. It wasn't called Same Old, Same Old. It was called some other shit. So, like, you can turn that fan on, baby. So, I ended up listening to it, bro. Me and her was chilling in the living room. I listened to it, and she said in the background, she was like, what song that is? I was like, shit, just some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you fuck with it? She was like, yeah, I like that. And she was like, play it again. So I played it again. She was like, fucking with it. I was like, okay, like, if she fuck with it, she a female, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a woman, then maybe it is a pretty tight song, you know what I'm saying? And she got good taste in music. So I ended up getting it mixed and mastered, bro, and I brought it to nephew, and, like, he was listening to it completely different.
Yeah, okay, I bet. I feel like most people are listening to it different now, huh?
That, bro, completely different. So, like, from that point on, I've been taking wifey opinion, man. Her opinion weigh a lot to me when it comes to, like, what songs I'm gonna put out, you know what I'm saying? Like, what songs does she fuck with and shit, because she usually be right, you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
she usually be right about a lot of shit, but from that day forward, I knew that she was gonna be right about, like, music and shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's not a bad partner to have.
Yeah, bro. So that's my A&R low key, my executive.
Yeah. That's fire, bro. Okay, so yeah, so I guess that's a good little background to walk people kind of to where you are right now, through like the November tape, you know, through all the way through 2020. I guess 2019 was full of, you know, releasing videos, and then, you know, 2020, you know, putting out the While You Wait tape kind of in preparation for literally your fans, supporters, listeners to wait while, you know, you work on, I guess we'll drop it now, but Bloomin' Blck. So I guess kind of obviously we're on the public appearance show, so I have a bunch of questions about the visual side of Bloomin' Blck.
Okay.
And if you're cool with it, on the stream we'll pull up the cover, just the cover of it, to talk about it.
Do that.
Yeah, we'll pull that in a sec.
Well, who on my live? I'm gonna show y'all the cup. I ain't posted it yet.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I guess I'm gonna pull that now. Give me 1 sec.
I'm gonna post it tomorrow.
You gonna post it tomorrow? All right. So we're gonna just run this little cover right here, so everyone can see kind of the cover on the screen. So for everyone viewing, it's the one to the right with the flower covering your face. So I guess my question around this, bro, is obviously the title of the project and the cover go hand in hand. So like, what came first, the cover or the title?
The title.
Okay, I gotcha.
The title came first. And you know what's crazy? Again, my boy nephew, I ain't gonna say he wasn't feeling the title, but I just know his reaction, and he wasn't really like feeling it at first until I broke it down. I broke down what the title meant. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he was like, "Oh, okay." He just wanted to see like how I was gonna spin it. So like, it's crazy that that all this shit just came together like this. You know what I'm saying? Because the title definitely came first.
Okay, so I guess run us through the title. How did you come up with Bloomin' Blck, and why does it mean so much to you?
All right, Bloomin' Blck. Bloomin' Blck means a lot to me, bro, because like ever since February, I just been on this certain journey, you know, like out here in Texas, we had went through like a bad, horrible ass snowstorm, and that shit like fucked with me because for like 5 days straight, we had to like go to sleep in hotels and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had my wife with me, we had the kids with us and shit, and we was like sleeping in hotels, having to eat out and shit. We don't never eat out, like never eat out. So that shit was just like horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was a horrible week, bro. My car was fucking up. My car didn't have no heat in it, and it was fucking, bro, it was like 5 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I didn't have no heat. I got my wife in there and my 2 kids, babies at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having to bundle them up and shit. So like after that shit happened, bro, I just started researching a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I started tapping into people that I was already tapped into, but I started like tapping in a little bit more and really like listening to what they were saying, because they was giving game, but I was just watching it for like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Not really entertainment, but like watching it just to like stimulate my mind for like that 1 second, but I wouldn't internalize the information. So I just started internalizing a lot of information, bro, that I was coming across. You know what I'm saying? I started doing a lot of research on like just like the history of like my type of people, my tribe. You know what I'm saying? As far as like where I come from. You know what I'm saying? It's like Indian wise. There's a lot of diving into a lot of different ancestry. You know what I'm saying? And I was growing. I feel like I was growing into my power, like growing to reach my highest potential. So I just named it Bloomin' Blck because I was growing, and I'm a black person.
No, bro, that's
I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so just the fact, like that's really one definition for it. The next definition is like a lot of people don't know, like when I first moved out here, I was homeless as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I moved out here to Dallas with $68 in my pocket and nothing else. I had $68 in my pocket, old ass 2004 Chrysler 300M, and like everything I owned was inside. I had all my clothes in the trunk and like 2 different bins of clothes, my shoes, my skateboard, putting all that shit in the trunk just so my back seat can stay clear and I can sleep in my back seat. So I had to keep everything in my trunk, bro. And that was actually when I ended up meeting my wife too, because me and her went to high school together, but we reconnected like during those times. So she would like sneak me in like her aunt crib so I could like shower and rest sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like get hotel rooms and shit where we could like chill. So like I was just going through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? All the way up until this point, really done went through a lot of shit. And I just felt like this is me, like, to see who I am today, just growing in the midst of, like, those dark-ass times that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never stopped growing, like, and it just made me think of plants. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you bury a seed, you got to put it deep, deep down in the soil. And I'm sure if, like, we could be seeds and seed, like, you ain't going to see shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck? Like, motherfucker just put me in some dirt and forgot about me. You know what I'm saying? But once you start soaking up that water that's around you, you got to realize what's around you in your environment. You know what I'm saying? And make the best of that darkness. and then eventually you start growing towards the light. They start growing up, you know what I'm saying? So I was seeing myself as like the same plant, you know what I'm saying? Like just realizing like, oh, it's water around me, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta focus on it. Like what you pay attention to is gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? So
I love
that.
Dude, I mean, and it makes it so much more special, right? When you have, I mean, you could probably go into 4 other stories on why you created the name of the project that, you know, and I think that's what makes it organic and raw, and people actually, you know, have an affinity towards it. Like they feel some sort of connection, you know, towards like Bloomin' Blck, whether it's, you know, the connection, like they hear you say that, or, you know, they feel their own, you know, interpretation of it. And I think that's kind of how I felt when I listened to it as well. And yeah, bro, that's super, super cool. I fuck with that a lot. And I guess to like bounce off that, right? Or just ask a question like about like the cover. So like this cover, even though obviously all your cover arts are like very like different, it still embodies like a similar style that the other artwork that you have representing you kind of is. And like, what about like that photography style? Like what makes you go, that's the cover?
Quite a few things, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. With this cover, this was all my cameraman idea. Okay. Because I had a different vision for like the cover. So like my vision for the cover was gonna be me, like sitting down. I was gonna have on all black, and I was gonna be sitting down like amongst some black roses, like some black flowers and shit. And I was gonna be in like the middle, you know what I'm saying? And I was probably gonna have my vices like next to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was probably gonna have like a Bible, some wine, and some weed or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting like, not Indian style, but like hugging my knees, I guess like turtle shell style or something like that.
Yeah.
Middle of some flowers, but
bro, turn your camera down for me, like a half an inch. Oh, you good. Perfect.
But he was like, he had something different, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really dismiss the idea, but he was like, you know, let's just shoot a couple different covers and see how that goes. So the day we actually scheduled to release the cover, to shoot the cover, I didn't have like all the material and shit. I ain't have what I wanted to wear, nor did I have like the bouquet of flowers. So we was like, man, let's just go shoot. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, but we could have got the shit that for the vision he had in his mind. So he was just like, you know, let's go get the flower and, you know, let's just go shoot. So I took him up, we went to fucking Joann's. I told him to choose the flower. You know what I'm saying? We was looking at flowers. I was gonna get a black rose, but he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't fucking with it. He had like a different vision in his head. So I was like, all right, well then shit, you get the flower. And then he, you know what I'm saying? We went to 2 different Hobby Lobbies. Went to one. He was like, this ain't it. Like it ain't had none of them that he wanted up in that bitch. So then we went to another one. We walked around like the 4th aisle. And he immediately seen that one. He was like, yeah, this it. I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah, this it. So I was like, all right, bet. Bought that bitch. It started pouring down raining, bro. Like, pouring down raining. I'm talking about hard as fuck. And so we had to sit up in the car for like 2 hours and smoke and chill until it stopped raining. Went to the rooftop. Look, I had to go buy a different shirt and everything, bro. Like, it was completely different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, going into the shoot, I was like, man, like, I hope we catch some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was clean, but shit, it wasn't what I pictured at all.
Yeah,
I was trying to go with the word black. You know what I'm saying? I was still seeing me in all black. But shit, he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just, you already a black person. So he was like, you don't have to wear a black clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like, your skin is already black. So
yeah.
Wear something like contrasting, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bet. Went and bought the shirt from Urban Outfitters, bro. Pulled up to the parking garage, and he told me how to stand. He told me where to put the flower at. Like, I did everything he told me to do. He shot it, and I was like, ooh. And it was like I don't know, bro, like, back to your question when you was like, what made me know, you know, that's it? It was like, I really went off his confidence in it. And then when I seen it, it's like, it reflected in the photo. I was like, ooh, like, we took a lot of different photos, too. That's how the other ones started coming about. we took a lot of different photos, bro, but that one stuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had a certain energy attached to it. It was like a one-hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, snapped it, boom. And it was really a practice shot, bro. Like, I didn't even have my grill laying on that photo. I wanted to have my grill in. Like, I wanted to retake it. But shit, it was too perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's why the back photo looked like it looked. Right. Like, we got my grill showing. I was like, bro, we got to get the grill. So that's when we took the back photo. And what's crazy is he actually wanted this. Now that you say that, bro, he wanted the back photo to be the front photo. And he didn't want to use the front photo at all. Like, at all. And so he fucked with it, but he fucks with the back photo more. I guess because of subtleness in it. I was like, nah, bro, though. Like, this front photo is the one, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like that before he even edited it. Like, raw footage on the camera, it looked just like that. I was like, nah, bro, that's it. Like, I had to tell him like 3 times, like, nah. So we can use yours as the back cover, though. So that's how we negotiated it.
Okay. That kind of, bro, I guess, like, I have a question about, like, so, like, allowing a creative to influence another creative, right, to influence your vision that you see. Kind of what is that like, and kind of how do you go about, you know, allowing a videographer or a photographer or someone else to say, like, you know what, bro, I think this, versus your vision? Like, is it hard for you? Is it easy for you? What's that experience been like? Have you found people where you where you know, like, oh, this is my guy, I trust him, go ahead? Or right. What's that like?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good question. It is hard for me. Like, with me and Neff been cool going on 3 years now. And it took a minute. It took a minute for me to like I always knew his work was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always fucked with his work from jumping. When me and him first started shooting together, he was like doing clean ass shit off his phone.
Yeah.
So like, I always fucked with his style of shooting. Like, even back to your last photo where you was like, what attracted me to that style of photography? I think that's just his style, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a certain way of, like, capturing shit. And I always noticed that about him, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we would go to the studio, the way he would, like, capture my recaps. We did that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just always clean to me. So, it took a while for me to even, like, just let him rule, though, you know what I'm saying? But I eventually got to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm good at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just negotiate now. So, like, anything you see, like, I'll come up with, like, the idea of what I want. So, like, even with the spotlight video.
Perfect, you bring that up. We'll run that after you give this little intro.
Okay, bet. I came up with the story, right? But nephew came up with everything else. So, like, the angles, you know what I'm saying? Like, the sequencing of it. All that type of shit, I just let him do that type of shit now, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not no photographer, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I know what I'm looking for. I know basically, like, the thesis statement. You know what the thesis statement is, right?
Oh, yeah, the last sentence in the first paragraph, cuz, come on.
Yeah, you feel me? So, like, that's what I'm good at providing. I'll provide you with the thesis statement, but I need you to come up with the paragraphs.
Right, and that goes into the trust factor, and you know, the one, like, you know, believing in their creative vision, and 2, trusting them with your art, right? It goes, like, hand in hand.
Nah, facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? But other than him, shit, I don't really, well, sound-wise, I trust, you know, people in the Black House to tell me, you know, if my shit fire or not. But other than that, bro, I don't really listen to what nobody else say about my shit. Like,
yeah. We didn't even bring that up, yo. You want to plug the Black House real quick?
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to the Black House, man, the family, man. Y'all go follow me. Y'all go follow Neem, my dog Nino. Y'all go follow Free Black Man. Y'all go follow, matter of fact, if you just go look me up on Instagram, you will see in my bio the Black House. And y'all click on the page and just follow the main page. Follow the Black House on Instagram. BABLCK House. BABLCK House on Instagram. And Twitter and all that shit, man. We about to take over, for real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, all right, bro. I mean, I think this is a perfect segue. You brought up Nephew a bunch. You brought up his art and style, and you guys, you know, collaborating. So I feel like, you know, for for the stream, let's just roll the Spotlight trailer real quick, and then we can chat about it and talk about maybe the storyline a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. All right, bro. Give me 1 sec, and we'll hit this.
The angels. I said, Mama, when we die, we go to heaven? She said, naturally, we go to heaven. I said, well, what happened to all the black angels they took the pictures? Yeah.
Hoping that somebody told you if you didn't know I'm a motherfucking soldier. Militant minded, I'm strong as a boulder, Lord. Nigga, I done broke off the leash. Meditated in the midst of the heat. Elevated like I'm out of your reach. And I think they listen every time that I speak. I don't like speaking for nothing, my nigga. I thought that you knew. My fist in the air, cause the blacker the berry, my nigga, the sweeter the juice. The proof in the pudding, I'm putting my shit on the map, and my life is the proof. You keeping your eye to the sky, but the solid foundation gon' steady the roof. These niggas can't do what I do. I've been divine since I came out the womb. And you be the realest until nobody can pull up and step in the room. I'm colder than weather whenever you needed a jacket and flyer than flu. And make sure your clarity clearer than ever whenever you start to pursue. Cause I've been focused on me and mine. 24/7 I chase a bag. Looking for peace and forbidden land. Those they approaching is coming fast. Hoping my niggas get this shit. They got one like they live in this hard eyes on me. Know that I keep that eye on me.
Alright, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Alright, so that was the Spotlight trailer, bro. So, how'd you come up with it? How'd you come up with the storyline? And how did you feel that, I guess, Nephew brought your vision to life?
Man, how did I come up with the storyline? Pretty much, bro, what I do with all my songs, like, visually, is just, I don't watch a lot of movies or nothing, but I don't watch like a lot of movies in my lifetime. So it's not something that I do often, but I done seen quite a few in my life just from like my past and shit. So like I always picture my music as like the music that you would hear in like a movie type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in the background. Or like some shit like playing like when the song, like when the movie first come on, or maybe like at the end with the rolling credits type shit. So I'll listen to my songs and I'll literally just sit there and picture in my head like what I could be doing that this could be like the perfect music to. And like that's how I thought of that. You know what I'm saying? Like at first it was gonna be on some Belly shit. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Belly or not. But it's an old movie with DMX, Nas, quite a few rappers in that movie, but
yeah.
It's really on some like just some old gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the video was intended to be on, but we couldn't really get. And that's why I was saying I don't know if I'm gonna finish that video because we might go with the original idea that we had for it.
Okay, right. That was my next question. Are we gonna roll that into a full video?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That was like on some, because I really wasn't even gonna put no single out. I was just gonna wait till the project dropped and let everybody hear all at once. But I talked to Eli and he was like, we ain't got to do it for this time, you know, but next time it would be best. And I was like, fuck it, we could do it this time, you know what I'm saying? So that's really why we did that. Cause it was like this.
And Spotlight, for those of you who don't know, Spotlight came out on all streaming services last Wednesday as the single for Bloomin' Blck, and obviously tonight at midnight, you know, we get the full project. So go tune in if you haven't.
Man, for real.
Hell yeah. So I guess this is kind of where I want to take this next. So you just said you kind of designed the storyline around Spotlight for where you think that you should be when you listen, right? So I guess if you had to, I asked this to the last person that we had on here, and I think it's an interesting question for a musician to say or answer. But kind of what do you think that your music looks like visually? And now it's a strange question.
A picture or a video?
Either. Close your eyes, right? Where are you? Where do you listen? Where am I? Where's the #1 setting to spin a No ID project? And maybe it's different. Maybe it's a few, you know?
Yeah, I about to say, you talking about just overall catalog or just this project?
I guess we'll go with this project, right? What are a few spots, right, where it's the best place to listen?
Probably in isolation. Maybe like in a car ride or like in a room, like in your room where you got maybe a speaker in your room and turn it up loud, you know. And if you in a car ride, like, you know, cut the project on, roll you up one and just go cruising, you know what I'm saying, for 30 minutes, 25 minutes, and just ride to it. At nighttime though. At nighttime. And if you in a room, if you in your bedroom and you rolled up in isolation, turn the lights off, you know what I'm saying? Or like dim the lights, you know what I'm saying? Or if you got some LED lights in your room, turn the lights off and cut the LED lights on. Particularly on the color blue or like purple.
That is literally the most specific thing I ever heard, and I love it, bro. I love it. I'm ready to do that tonight. So, alright, yeah.
Like, it'll really be I swear, bro, it'll be a whole different experience.
Okay. No, and I agree, bro. After listening to the project, I think you hit the nail on the head, honestly.
Word.
For sure. I mean, anybody who likes to listen to music by themselves in the car on a late night ride, it's for them. But also, I think it's that type of project where it's like when you can't sleep at night type of deal, you know? And you need something to listen to and really dive in and feel like you're in a whole nother world and, you know, walk down someone else's, you know, storyline. I feel like Bloomin' Blck does that for listeners, for sure.
Thanks. And I feel like it's a few songs on there, like Master P and God Body. I feel like those are like two songs that you could play like in the daytime type shit, like outside. That's what I picture like for the music videos on some outside shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sunny outside. Cause I ain't really got no videos like that. Yeah,
I was gonna ask. So, what can we expect from like a visual side of Bloomin' Blck? Are you thinking about, you know? I know, you know. So there's a Spotlight trailer. Do you have videos tucked? Are you working on, you know, things for kind of to show visually what you feel about this project?
Nah, for sure. I ain't got no videos tucked, but I do got some ideas tucked.
Okay.
For each single for sure. It's gonna be like a range of shit. So like some of the videos I want shot during the daytime, just because I feel like I don't really give a lot of daytime content, and I want to like switch it up just a little bit. But some of those songs are gonna be shot like on some nighttime shit. One of them is gonna be like real spooky.
Oh yeah.
Real spooky type shit, like controversial type shit. I want to do a video like that. I want to do like some breakdowns of the songs. You know what I'm saying? It's quite a few things I want to do with this on the content side, bro. People just gotta tap in, man.
Yeah, they do, and I guess that leads me perfect to this. I think this is. I think this is a question that a lot of or an issue, I guess you could say, that a lot of up and coming artists, you know, run into. They aren't able to maybe execute something that they want because of whatever reason. Are there like visual concepts or like content that you've been like trying to execute but maybe haven't had the opportunity yet?
Man, hell yeah, bro. Like I want to do like some green screen shit. Now, when it comes to like particularly what, I don't know, but I want to do like I want one of them videos. I think that's why I used to like Lyrical Lemonade videos so much, because he could like take you anywhere with them hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like just the wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be wanting to do some wild shit sometimes with some of my videos, like just on the animation side though, like not jump out no airplane or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I ain't ran into nobody who I mean it got this one company that I'm gonna reach out to for one of the videos on there, and they kind of be doing it. Well, they really do be doing it. They be doing it pretty good. So I have to send you a link to one of their videos, and you can see what I'm talking about. It's just like on some like tricky shit, like some mind blowing, like what did I just see type shit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I mean, and you know how much that obviously adds to like the sound, right? Like when you see a visual side of a song or a sound that you know fuck with so much, like it can what's the word I'm looking for? It can allow you to feel closer to the artist and feel like you have a connection and kind of like you're inside their head a little bit, you know?
Nah, facts, bro. I feel like visuals will make somebody go listen to a song from a completely different perspective. Because I know that don't work for me plenty of times where, like, I ain't like a song at first, and then I seen the visual, and, like, when I hear the song now, I see the visual, and I really like the visual. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, I think that visual side can play, and I feel like that adds to, like, shelf life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Your music, you know what I'm saying? It just depends, unless you're somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? But even him, it was at one point where he was dishing out a slew of videos when it was Alright, Humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was coming back to back with them hoes. That other one where he was drunk and, like, all around the room and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what song was that?
It was I.
Yeah.
And it make you go listen to it and you can almost see it now. Like, you like, damn. Now I see, like, where his, like you say, I see where his head was at.
Yeah, it gives you a whole nother perspective. When you go listen to just the audio again, you kind of are like, oh, this is where they were at. I was listening to it. I'm putting air quotes. Like, I was listening to it the wrong way. Like, right? Because from your perspective, not the artist's perspective. I guess it's not a wrong way, but you know,
Right.
adopting perspectives in the creative world or other industries is obviously a good thing.
To be honest, that's how it was with this new K-Dot shit. That top of the morning shit.
Yeah?
Bro, when I first heard that, like, when they sent it in the Black House group meet, like, man, this shit is trash. This shit is horrible. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But it was because... And I still don't think it's the best shit, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. But I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my opinion, I feel like he done reached a level where he kind of having fun with it, so I had to just listen to it from a not so serious standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's keen, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't criticize it like a good kid, Mad City.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I played it for wifey, and she was like, she like, it was her first time hearing it, and she fucked with it.
Right.
I was like, damn. So, like, maybe I was just listening to it the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting him to get on that bitch, but his verse, we was talking about his verse, too, and his lyrics, bro, he was actually eating, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you go look up his lyrics, bro, he was really eating on that hoe, but I don't know, he sound old to me, though, bro, but I ain't gonna say that, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till he drop his shit, but his voice didn't have that like he usually have, you know what I'm saying? He used, like, his bars usually sting, bro. He got a real piercing voice, you know what I'm saying? And on this, I don't know, his voice didn't sound the same, but I'm gonna wait though and see, till he dropped his last TDE project.
Yeah.
Which I think it's gonna go hard though. I think he was just...
No, it's definitely gonna go hard, bro. Of course.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I guess to wrap up that last thing, I was gonna say, I know you said that you were there's things that you were trying to accomplish, visually that you might not have been able to yet so far. So, if there's any videographers, animators, graphic designers, whoever tapping in or listening to this after the fact, tapping with the kid Neaux ID, because obviously he's around the country regularly, around out West Coast later this week from the South. So you're a videographer and you're trying to make some cool shit.
We're gonna be out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So on here tapped in from LA, man. Y'all tap in with us if y'all on the visual shit.
And then I guess are there any I know you obviously just shouted out like a Cole, but are there any other photographers or videographers or creative individuals where you're kind of been like, I want to work with them, I'd love to work with them and put something together? Maybe not, but
Videography wise, yeah, they got these people out here called Third Earth.
Okay.
I think they hit the head of their shit is like based in Cali, but they got like arms and legs like in different countries and shit. I mean different states. So they got some people out here who work with you that represent their company, and they was like the people that I was talking about who do like some cold ass shit, like visually, their videos be just insane. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like it be on some next level shit. Other than that, photographers, not really, bro. I'm really excited to see like where the photographer that I work with already now gonna take it. nephew.
Yeah.
Especially once we get put in a position to like get him equipment that any other photographer that I would want to work with, to where he can fuck with that, then like that's all I would want to fuck with.
Hell yeah, bro! You gotta stay down to your day ones. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Other than that, shit. Not really, bro. Other than artists, like I love to make a record with Smino. I love to make a record with Mick Jenkins, and I love to make a record with Isaiah Rashad.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Like
Shit.
having them on my, if I was to get them on my debut album, bro, like my debut album, I'm talking about like something that I can take time to like actually sit in the studio all day, every week, you know, or every day type shit, and really zoom in on it. If I can get them 3 features on my album, bro, that shit'll be like, that'll be legendary for me.
Of course, bro. Of course. Some of the greats, right?
Yeah,
Alright, well, alright, shit. So, I usually, I wrap this up. So, this is obviously only episode 2, but I wrapped this up the last time with Jaro by doing a speed round, right? But it was, basically, I'm running through a few questions, right? First thing that comes to your head, it's basically like a this or that, like music edition, right? And if you want to give a little explanation, you can go ahead. But I guess we'll run through this, and then if you want to drop anything else before we end the stream, then we can. But all right, just to run this from the top, Mac or PC?
Mac.
All right, Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
Ooh, headphones or speakers?
Ooh. Hey, it really depends on. Man, that's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and say speakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Festival or intimate venue?
Intimate venue all day.
Yeah. As a listener or as a performer?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
both.
At home session or studio session?
Probably at home, cause
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable. I feel like the most comfortable at home when I'm at home, and I could just like really just take my time and like do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And then go to the studio and get it like mixed and mastered and shit. So at home for sure though.
Okay, hell yeah. All right, so I know this. I don't know how you feel about this one, but all right. So if you're putting out a project, right? Are you going
Right.
features on every song or no features at all?
Man, no fucking feet. Man, that's a good question. I was quick to say that. So I'm gonna say that because that's where my heart is at. Like I said that quick. I'm gonna say no features at all, but I would probably want like some like of course those 3 features that I mentioned earlier.
Of course.
But other than that, yeah, no features at all, bro. No features at all. I'll probably have like the homies in the Black House probably do some like, you know what I'm saying? Because we got Helen, she could sing if I ever needed like a female to do like some background shit. Phil could sing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I mean you got Nino twice on the project, right? So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, probably not, bro.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one: freestyle or written?
Freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Tell me why. I would have guessed that with you, bro. No disrespect or nothing, but I just wouldn't have guessed that.
My freestyle game, bro, I don't brag or boast or none of that shit, bro. But really, a lot of shit that you heard on this project was freestyle. I just wrote it down.
Okay.
Like a lot of this shit, like God Body, what's that song called? Boulevard Surfing, Master P, Black Magic, Spotlight.
So they're all freestyles.
Yeah,
So,
bro, those was real deal, all freestyles, bro. I'm talking about like I just cut the beat on and I just start rapping. And then I was like, oh, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let me go and write that shit down so I can remember what I'm saying, and then I'm finna go on there and record that shit. Or I just like on some of them I would record it as I'm thinking of it, and then I stop. You know what I'm saying? Take the shit out, come back. So freestyles all day, bro. Because writing, like, I don't know, writing is cool, And then again, it really depends on what type of song I'm doing. Like, if I'm doing a song all for me, well, still, yeah, it's still freestyling. Writing is cool, bro. It just be taking too much mental energy sometimes.
Do you feel like you make like more, like the more pure shit when you just freestyle too?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Because with, like, writing, I be trying to get, like, too technical and shit. Like, I be trying to make too much shit connect, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I had to come to the realization that I don't even really, like, coming into the, like, this whole music shit, I wanted to, like, bar niggas out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about be the most lyrical motherfucker you ever heard. But over time, I was like, bro, I don't even listen to a lot of, like, lyrical shit. Like we was talking about on the phone that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just go ahead and make, you know what I'm saying, still slide some lyrics in there. Like, I'm saying some shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I ain't on no, I don't care to be, like, on no J Electronica shit no more. Or, like, some Lupe Fiasco shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, some Wale shit. Like, that's where I really wanted to be at with it. But I feel like that just, for me personally, like, for them, it probably come naturally. You know what I'm saying? Or even on, like, some J. Cole shit. Like, it probably just come natural, Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that shit, it take too much mental energy for me.
Yeah, okay. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, obviously, personally, because I'm not obviously writing songs or, you know, freestyling, but I can definitely see how it could be draining, or how it could, like, how you could run into, like, creative blocks, right? If you're purposely trying to, like, write versus, like, going into some session to just freestyle and have some fun and, like, lay down a few tracks. Like, you might make something better off of, you know, not thinking about it so hard.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Something that's more pure, you know what I'm saying? So when you listen to it, it sound different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sound different. There's some shit that's written. I don't know what it is. Like, you can almost, like, I don't know, it just it encapsulates that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, bro. Of course. And I think listening to the project, you know, people will really hear that. Like, you know, if you're itching to listen to some Neaux ID, definitely go spin while you wait, top to bottom, you know, before midnight tonight. And I think there'll be a handful of people, you know, already the current listeners, and then I think a widespread audience is going to be very pleased when they spin Bloomin' Blck for sure, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping so, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I ain't gonna say I'm hoping so. I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I already know, man. I appreciate you, though, bro. Those were some dope ass questions.
Of course, yo. And I was gonna say, before we wrap this thing up, you got anything else you want to drop, say, shout out, anything?
Nah. Well, let me say shout out to God, man. For all, you know what I'm saying, for making all this happen, man. Shout out to you for reaching out to me and, you know what I'm saying, putting me in front of your audience and shit like that, bro. Shout out to my homies, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to Black House. Who on the man? Shout out to my guy Rick, man. Shout out to Donnie Domino, who mixed and he produced 2 of the records on the, but really two and a half, like 2 and like I'm gonna say 2 and a half, two and a half of the records on the. Shout out to nephew, man, the cameraman. Shout out to my dog DJ out here, man, from college. DJ used to be my roommate, and he used to be rapping that shit too. He used to be in his room, like making songs and shit. This was way before I started rapping. So like I was always around motherfuckers who rap, bro.
Okay,
you know
yeah. Oh
else,
yeah.
Man, shout out to my kids. Shit, man, that's it, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
Shout out to everybody that's on this stream too, man. Shout out to anybody who tapped in.
Appreciate it, of course. And yeah, thank you to, obviously we're growing the audience, you know, it's episode number 2, but we hope that, you know, at the end of the first season, at the end of maybe 24 episodes, we can, you know, grow the audience and continue to have some cool conversations on here about the visual side of sound. So I appreciate you coming on here, bro, and, you know, showing the love and kind of letting us peek behind the curtain a little bit. And yeah, bro, Bloomin' Blck tonight at midnight.
Let's get it, man.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, brother, take it easy, and thank you for coming on again.
All right, man, you too, dog.
All right, bro.